Hi, Tommy here with Mom of Four Boys. Uh, Another cooking video. Tonight I'm going to make manwich for the boys, and we're going to start out with 1 pound of ground beef in a pan. We're going to brown that up, and I chop it the entire time I'm browning it so that it comes out in as small pieces as possible. The next thing I'm going to do, after I'm done doing this, I'm going to tilt the pan so all the grease can drain out to the end, and one end of the pan. Then I'll spoon that out into a cup or something so I can throw it away. We know that we don't put any kind of grease down our drain, as it will completely clog the drain over time once it cools. So we will see you soon. This should be most of the way brown whenever I come back. Okay, here we are. We're back. The beef is browned. Now I've turned off the heat. I'm going to take and fold all this over to where it's to one side of the pan, like I do, and I'm going to tilt it up like this, let it sit. You got to be careful so that your pan you don't tilt it to where it could just fall. Got to just kind of be kind of tender with it, and make sure that it's seated pretty good where you're going to leave it at, so it doesn't fall off. If it falls, your grease will kind of fly everywhere. So now we're going to let it sit for just a couple of minutes while I get my container that I'm going to drain the grease into, and then we'll be back. See you soon. Okay, we're back now. We've got our grease the way we want it, and we're going to tilt this pan now. I've put a plastic bag in a cup. If your grease was boiling hot, this would not be a good idea. But my grease is not boiling hot, it's just still hot. So I'm going to spoon all this out of here, and I'll put the manwich sauce. We use the manwich original. We don't really care for the bold and tangy manwich or any other type of flavor of sloppy joe stuff. We just like the manwich original. And so about got this drained. I try to get every drop out of it that I can so that we don't eat any of it. Okay, now I'm gonna move the grease out of the way. Gonna dump in the 1 can of manwich into 1 pound of ground beef. Try to get as much out of here as I can without spending too much time going crazy with it. I don't rinse the can out or anything like that. What I can do, now that I've emptied this can out, before I take the grease to get rid of it, I'll probably let it cool. So I'll put the plastic bag that I have now the grease in. I'll take that and stuff that down in that can when I throw it away or recycle it. So it's not in my trash can to leak or to make anything smell bad. So now I'm going to turn the heat on medium again, and I'm just going to mix this all in real good. And I'll come in through a few times while this is simmering, and I'll fold this over so that it all gets mixed together really well. And it won't be long before we'll have some sandwiches with some regular buns. I might put some onion on mine. The boys might want some cheese on theirs, maybe not. But here very soon we'll have some manwich with some chips maybe as a nice tasty meal. So we'll see you soon. All right, we're back. The meat is simmering. It's almost ready. And now I've taken the skin off of 1 onion. I'm going to slice this onion into some pretty thin slices if I can. I'm not the best at making thin slices, but I'm going to try. And that will be just great on our sandwiches. I'm not sure how many slices of onion my boys will eat, but I don't really care if I smell like onions or not, because I just like the taste of them. So nice and thin slices will make them easy to eat without them all breaking your sandwich apart. So I'm just going to do a few slices like this. But always be very careful with a sharp knife. When you get to the end, you're probably better to stop rather than to keep trying to make as many slices as you can, because that's the way you cut your finger. So I'm going to stop now with that much onion.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Aaron. And we're from Mom of Four Boys.
And we're going to be taste testing the manwich, the manly sandwich.
All right, here we go. So we've cooked it up. Gonna make this on it. Put this on it here. We were talking about how good it's gonna be. I'm not gonna put a ton of it on Aaron's because he's not he's not as big of an eater as we are. The rest of us are. There's your sandwich, Aaron, honey.
Yeah,
give it a
he
try.
loves salt and vinegar chips, right? Aaron?
He does. He's a salt and vinegar maniac. We keep them in the house specifically for Aaron to have salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, he destroys them just like
Jacob,
French fries.
give it a taste test. We're gonna
All right,
taste it now.
In 3, 2, 1.
Give it a try. And what do we?
Manwich sandwich.
How is it?
Keep going.
How is it, Jacob?
It's good.
Okay, so we've made Manwich with just the original Manwich, a pound of ground beef, some buns from Kroger, salt and vinegar chips, and we've got Jacob and Aaron, and I'm Daddy.
And I will try this again. Like and subscribe. It is manly. It is beefiest. It is manwichy. And it's salt and vinegar
And
and oniony.
we'll see you soon. God
See you
bless
soon.
and enjoy.